wealthiest nation on earth that mistreats its poor citizens, its black citizens like this on a daily fucking basis. Meanwhile, you got dipshits like Matt Walsh talking about white woman viciously attacked by a group of black teens. You absolutely never see videos like this one with the races reversed. Never. Doesn't exist. First of all, you're a fucking delusional clown if you think that there's no videos of like white people beating the living shit out of black people or killing them. Okay? It's called police brutality. It's called stand your ground laws. It's called white supremacy as an institution, institutionalized white supremacy. It's called the criminal justice system. We see it every day. It happens every day. You just defend that because you think that's good when it happens to black people, when they're the victims. Okay? At this point, we need to discuss why this violence literally always goes one way. 14K likes. I don't know what the details behind this video are. I don't know if this is TOS. Can we watch this? Here, I'll take a look. So, do we have any details on what happened? They just it's not TOS. There's just a bunch of teens just like brutally beating the shit out of this like white woman. What is this? Like, what the fuck am I looking at here? Unruly crowds unacceptable, but don't demonize youth. Brandon Johnson, Chicago mayor-elect. Oh, it started already. Chicago officials are reacting after unruly crowds gathered downtown near Millennium Park this weekend. Oh, I saw videos of this. Viral videos show large groups of people disrupting traffic, dancing on cars, getting involved in fights. Police said 2 people were shot late Saturday night. Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson's statement is grabbing national headlines. I feel like I know why it's a big deal. Every year, hundreds of kids go downtown and go crazy for a day. Wait, that's like a thing that happens in Chicago? I don't really understand. Fuck, hold on. One day the whole city goes wild. I don't know what this is about. Yes, most just take the train from the south side down to the loop. Okay, that's fucking weird, and I don't really understand that, but okay. Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson's statement is grabbing national headlines, saying it part, and we should not demonize the youth who were a part of it. That's probably not what they are saying. When I came back, this whole area was lined with, the street was blocked out by a wall of police. The groups were seen running around, jumping on cars, CTA buses weaving in and out of oncoming traffic. 2 teenagers were shot near Michigan and Wabash Avenues. A 16-year-old boy was shot in the arm. A 17-year-old boy was shot in the leg. We've had it almost every year. I just think the police feel that they don't have support from the mayor and stuff to really do what they need to do. Mayor Lori Lightfoot responded to the violence. We've taken steps and we'll take the steps to address these teen trends. It's not the first time we've addressed these issues, but our young people have an opportunity and a right to enjoy the entirety of our city, but they have to do it in a way that is respectful of people and property, and we did address that over the weekend. Dude, I don't fucking understand. I don't. Like, for the record, I hope everyone personally recognizes that teenagers going around and doing like a purge-style night is profoundly unacceptable, okay? Obviously. I'm not going to fucking sit here and be like, no, let them have their fucking fun. No, of course not. especially when the fun that you're talking about involves like assaulting people, okay? But there is a way to fucking avoid that reality, okay? How do you do that? By offering those teenagers opportunities. Literally, after school programs are profoundly impactful in lowering this kind of fucking crime, okay? Lowering this kind of activity. Like, that's it. That's it. Make a fucking community center. Put a basketball league and other sports leagues and other fucking unique interests that teenagers may have. Put a fucking land center. That's it. It makes me so mad. Yo, you say they have that? No, they don't. Those things are so devastatingly fucking underfunded. And they basically don't even exist. The idea that they have like adequate after school programs and adequate opportunities is stupid, okay? They don't. Literally go and this isn't like, go to any, like, go watch a fucking documentary on the south side of Chicago if you want to get a better understanding. Half the time, the stuff that they show you that they have, the community centers they have, are all basically propagandized to look way more adequate than they actually are. Okay? They don't have shit. Oh. Can we ever be surprised at violence when they are constantly targeted every single day by violence from the state? Man, that's crazy. Like, no, that's also not like, there is no justifiable tone I'm taking with these actions, okay? It's just fucking ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Everybody also recognizes that it's fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck?
Crowds of young people downtown. Chicago police making a total of 15 arrests after some of them got out of hand. Now, of course, there were also 3 people that were shot in the various incidents that happened over the weekend. Mayor Lori Lightfoot finally speaking about the incidents this morning. Mayhem on Michigan Avenue and other places downtown Saturday night, resulting in fights, damaged vehicles, and terrified tourists as groups of young people took over the streets. 2 teenage boys were shot.
We have taken steps and will take steps to address these teen trends. It's not the first time that we've addressed these issues, but our young people have an opportunity and a right to enjoy the entirety of our city, but they have to do it in a way that is respectful for people and property.
On Friday night, a group of teens caused major disruptions at the 31st Street Beach. A 14-year-old was shot in the leg. The incident raising concerns for Alderwoman Sophia King, whose ward covers that area.
It was very serious, so we have to hold youth accountable and responsible. But we also need to bring the city together because we do need to have activities for the youth.
Alderman Brendan Riley, whose ward includes the Loop, calling it lawlessness on the part of teens looking to score points on social media. He also questioned the police.
Yeah. I love when they like openly recognize that, like, we got to give them something to do, which is true. Okay. But then she's like, we got to hold them accountable. Yeah, what do you think? Fucking teenagers think that they're not held accountable? This kind of conversation is so, this kind of take is so idiotic. No one is fucking pro-crime, okay? Like, I joke and say I am pro-crime all the fucking time. But of course, overall, this kind of shit is awful. It shouldn't justify the vicious cycle of, like, further police funding, which, by the way, those dipshits in positions of power are going to use this. And also all of the wealthier residents of Chicago are going to say, we need more money for the police to make sure that this never happens. By doing what? I guess killing some teenagers. I suspect that's what they think will do a good job of, like, stopping this, stopping this crime wave in Chicago. I'm so confused. We can all organize to just fuck shit up for fun, but we can't organize to demand actual systemic change. Fuck this earth. Yeah, because one's boring.
Response saying in a statement, "This feels a bit like Groundhog Day. Every year on our first warm weather weekend, it seems that CPD leadership is caught flat-footed and overwhelmed by these large groups of teens on our beaches and in our parks." Riley and others calling for accountability for the teens and their parents.
We need to call it out for what it is. You can't sugarcoat this, and you can't make excuses for that behavior. You need to hold them and their parents accountable for this and use everything that's in our toolbox to identify who they are and take the appropriate action so that we don't have this going on all summer long.
In a statement, Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson said, "In no way do I condone the destructive activity that we saw in the Loop and Lakefront this weekend. It is unacceptable." And
they're like, we need to go find these teenagers and kill them. And their fucking parents. We need to jail teenagers until the summer's over. That'll show them. That'll definitely, eradicate the problem. People will be like, yeah, what's really the fault is fatherlessness in the black community. What's my solution? Arresting the fathers. Sean the Black says, bored kids do stupid things all the time. It's not unique to Chicago. It's not a problem until that will be fixed by the police. Absolutely. Absolutely. This happens every fucking year, apparently. Do something about it. And by that, I don't mean build a fucking more violent state apparatus to like kill teenagers. In order to counter this, design social programs specifically around summer. Like, that's it. Especially when like school's getting let out early, or if school is out in general during spring break. A lot of this shit happens when they don't have anything else going on. Chicago is simultaneously one of my favorite cities and also full of the most annoying kind of lib. The oop, let me scooch by you, hun type lib. They come off not as evil as they are. Oh, yeah, 100%. You fucking slap a Patagonia vest on and you say the most unhinged, violent screeds about like what to do with black teenagers and their fucking parents. But you say it in a way where people don't immediately understand how bloodthirsty you are. Oh, well, you know, it's fatherlessness. We got to work on it. Yeah, right? You're right. Oh, we got to work on that, don't you know? I don't know why the Chicago guys are talking like this, but like we got to build a wall around the beaches, don't you know?
has no place in our city. However, it is not constructive to demonize youth who've been otherwise starved of opportunities in their own communities. City leaders obviously now looking to look at what happened this weekend and try to make a plan to make sure that doesn't happen for the next warm weekend.
Way to go.
Yeah, the homeowner said 10 out of 10.
I didn't even say anything bad. But of course, they're already going crazy with it. Anyway. I'm born and raised in Chicago, went through the CPS as a kid, even 15 years ago in the elementary school I went to. We ate in the hallway for 8 years since we didn't have a cafeteria. The roof was literally rotting in some classrooms. And most after-school programs would get canceled left and right. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's not like he's saying that it's good that the kids are doing this. Like, he openly recognizes this unacceptable. And we got to find a different solution than, like, trying to fucking police it. Because obviously policing it is not going to work. As an institution, it is not designed to deal with, like, this kind of activity. Okay? I don't know. shit pisses me off. And then you got dipshits like Matt Walsh basically fucking demanding, you know, that something be done with this. Everyone is always calling for an uncomfortable conversation about race. Well, here it is. Matt Walsh looks at the uncomfortable conversation about race and goes, I'm going to be extra racist. Anyway. White suburbanites around Chicago think that Chicago is a war zone. I've had people tell me to my face that the loop is dangerous. Yeah. You know who else thinks Chicago is a fucking war zone, or at least hamming up that narrative that Chicago is a war zone? Andrew Tate, as a matter of fact. That's right. Andrew Tate was like also, I guess, aware of the news of what was going on. And he said, imagine living in Chicago on purpose, by choice. Seriously, imagine being a grown, full-grown adult and waking up in fucking Chicago, looking at the entire globe, and then going around you at the shithole you reside in and saying, yes, I want to live here. And then clown face emoji, clown face emoji, clown face emoji, clown face emoji. To which I replied with, wild that this man grew up in Gary, Indiana, and then Luton, only to move to Romania, in his words, to do crimes and get away with it on a budget. Okay? All these places I mentioned have awesome parts to it, including Chicago. Andrew Tate is not one of those parts, however. I said, also, this motherfucker's talking about how people should leave Chicago. How about you leave your house in Romania? Which, as you know, he can't, because he's under house arrest for sex trafficking and rape. You know? So, what's that about? Naperville shits all over Gary. I think the biggest problem is the fatherlessness of these kinds of children. We want to police them and the parents for allowing this kind of behavior from children. Maybe if we increase police funding more. What? Dude, I'm not fucking, you're unhinged, dude. I just fucking, dude, I'm trying to be chill today. I'm trying to not fucking do this. I'm not going to do this, especially at the top of the hour where I will avoid your fucking debate, you piece of shit. And I will tell you that at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. Fuck you. Fuck you with that. You can't write unhinged shit with the express purpose of getting me to fucking read it and then being like, haha, it's a top of the hour debate. Okay, you still wrote the unhinged shit.